When Vietnam veterans returned home, there wasn't a celebration. That changed last year. March 29th is now National Vietnam War Veterans Day. Welcome home celebrations take place all across the country. More than 500 people joined the service on Patriot Plaza at the National Cemetery in Sarasota. 304,000 Americans were hurt and more than 58,000 killed while serving in the war between 1959 and 1975.
No, we served. We were patriots. We were called to go do our duty, and we did it. If there is another war, let's be sure we know what we're doing before we go about doing it. Make sure our leaders are informed. We have a purpose, we have an objective. We never had an objective in Vietnam. It was just kill, get the body count. Let's not ever have a war like that again.
President Trump recently signed into law the Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act of 2017, establishing the first National Vietnam War Veterans Day to be celebrated on March 29th. 9 million Americans served in that war. 7 million are alive today. America's 14th chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Hugh Shelton, was the keynote speaker for that event. The general spoke with 10 News reporter Isabel Mascareñas about some key issues facing our military and our nation.
General Hugh Shelton spoke before a crowd of 500 honoring Vietnam veterans.
And you are the greatest members of your generation.
Before the ceremony, I had a chance to speak with General Shelton. He says our military is strong because of the men and women who serve.
You take the technology America has, combine it with the attitude of our armed forces and the capabilities of our armed forces, that's an unbeatable power.
We spoke about the Commander-in-Chief, President Donald Trump.
Right now, I have no reason to be concerned about his leadership. I think he's got a strong national security team behind him right now, and Secretary Mattis and Joint Chiefs. And so my concerns are minimum. I think we've got a great president.
On national security issues, General Shelton says Russia is more of a threat to the U.S. than China.
Russia is to be reckoned with. I think they've got a leader there in Putin who has his own agenda in mind, and it's not good for America. Right now, I think we have to maintain a strong watch over what Russia's doing and make sure that we stand up for it to make sure we don't let Putin take control of the rest of the world.
But China is playing a role in U.S. relations with North Korea.
I think right now is driving the agenda. I think by virtue of the fact that he is now agreeing to meet with us is probably coming as a result of China's intervention. But we need to make sure that we know what we want out of this meeting and go in with the right message to It's either get rid of the nuclear weapons or you're going to face the consequences, period, end of message.
Thanks for your service. Well done.
In Sarasota, Isabel Mascareñas, 10 News.
Thank you to all of them.
Absolutely.